Well, you were just talking about bird muck.
What a classy show this is.
Yeah.
I imagine someone just having a barbecue tuned into this.
Yeah. Can you turn the radio off? He's talking about coming out of windows again, darling. It's putting me off my sausages.
No, what? I was walking down the street and this pigeon, sparrow, whatever, did its thing, and it landed on my ear.
Oh,
and
no.
I was like, oh god.
Disgusting.
So I thought, well, I'm not going to wipe it off.
Why not?
Because I don't want to get it on my hands. Right? So I thought I'd leave it till I get home. So it's probably about...
So you went to work.
Oh, met some friends.
Yeah.
Oh, about midnight.
Went on the pool.
So I was best man, so after the speeches. That is brilliant.
No, it was on there for, I don't know, half an hour or something like that.
Brilliant.
Get on, get
Did it not kind of slowly ooze down your neck?
No, it's fairly hard. Right. And, sort of corroded my ear.
What are you talking about?
Why did you leave it there, though? Why not just wipe it off with something? You can't, I can walk round with...
Pop in a newsagent and buy some tissues.
Well, then I look stupid.
What do you mean?
Where is the bird smuck on your ear?
Brilliant. They're all wearing that now.
But no, what is it they eat?
It's alkaline. No, it's really strongly alkaline, isn't it? Or is it acidic? I don't know. Maybe someone knows. Is bird muck acidic or alkaline? But it's corrosive, yeah.
Weird, isn't it? Weird.
Weird, isn't
It
it?
seep into your brain.
Listen, do you want to set up songs of phrase?
Yeah.
Oh, God. If you've not heard the show before...
I thought we weren't doing this week. I thought we didn't...
No, we'll do it once, right? And then next week's the last one, so we'll do Rockbusters. Leave
That
them
might
up.
be the last one ever, depending on whether Karl decides to come back.
But anyway, they were watching this one, right? And it's going around a bit, sleeping around.
Oily.
And it was getting fatter. They thought, this is a bit odd.
Yeah.
Right? So, followed it round. And see it having it away. Turns out, little prostitute.
Oh, God!
It's a little monkey prostitute.
And it was getting fatter because it was charging them bananas.
What a load of old rubbish.
It's charging on bananas! What was it, a boy or... It was a...
Woman. Little woman monkey.
That's the most extraordinary monkey news I've ever heard.
Oh! That is genius!
Has this documentary been televised?
I don't think it's been on yet.
She walked in. Hello, Karl. Alright. You look like Dave Hill from Slade. Is what Hugh said to the poor woman. And then talked about it on air. She was furious about that. So what did you do?
Karl?
She did listen, yeah. She wasn't happy.
Did you do slagging her hair off?
Yeah. She, well, what
So
annoys
this
me
is probably
about-
annoying her now.
Well, no, it doesn't matter. We can do a lot today because she's at work. So,
And of course no one's going to tell her.
let's have a chat about a fat arse, shall we? So, hold on.
Oh, dear.
You are in so much trouble. That's... Look, he's realised he is a little bit worried. Oh, did you go and buy her a coat or something?
Headline. Well, these are all headlines, right?
Okay.
Vibrating shoes could stop elderly falling. Do you know what I mean?
Oh God.
Racing shoes could stop elderly falling.
Yeah, that's the story. You don't need to read on. That's what I'm saying.
Well, could you read that anyway?
I can't be bothered.
Read on anyway.
Well,
Read...
you have a look at that in a bit, right?
All right.
So,
Okay,
it's
so what-
interesting.
This is frustrating radio if you're sitting at home.
No,
well,
but
it's not on. They've turned it off.
If you want to know more, you know where to go. That's what I'm saying. That's what they should do in the news. Get the news done in
Bong.
a minute.
There's a good story about Iraq.
Right.
Bong. Look it up.
shoes.
Look it up on the internet.
Right.
And over.
Give us another bong.
Bong.
Family sick of living on Butthole Road.
Oh, brilliant. Bong.
Man wears same shoes for 60 years.
You're like this. Peter the Great. You ever heard of Peter the Great?
Peter the Great.
Okay, well anyway, Peter the Great had his wife's lover
Oh.
executed.
You'll love this, Carl.
Right, so his wife had a lover, he had him executed, and he put his head into a jar of alcohol, and his wife had to keep it in her bedroom.
Woof.
Do you understand?
Jeez.
That's every time she saw, every morning she'd wake up, and there was her lover's head.
Who,
in a
who
jar.
took his head off? He took his own head off.
Fire record. She had a lover. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Amazing. Amazing. Oh, gosh.
The ancient Babylonians had a few... What?
I'll just stop you there. What's a Babylonian?
My head's gonna burst. What do you mean, what's a
I've
Babylonian?
never heard of one.
No, but we'll think, work out, what's an Evertonian?
Someone who supports Everton
Well, or from.
from Liverpool.
Yeah, so what's a Babylonian?
He's from Baba.
Yeah, well anyway, some people from Baba, ancient Baba, they didn't have very many doctors in those days, alright? Because they felt that illnesses should be left to the wisdom of the public, right? So if you were sick, okay, you were placed in the city centre, right? And then a passerby...
Outside Baba.
Outside Baba. And a passerby who had suffered from the same ailment, or who had seen it treated in the past, they would pass by, they would give them advice on how to be cured. Do you understand? So there'd be no doctors, just people passing by would see, they'd say, what's wrong with you? And they'd say, well, blah, 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 I've had the same thing, here's some advice. And pedestrians were forbidden to pass such an individual without inquiring about the complaint and prescribing for it if they knew how to.
It was the bit when you were talking about getting a woman, I think, or you were talking about breasts or...
Oh, the one when I said the reason women have cleavage is it reminds men of buttocks, because when we were cavemen we used to do you from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the blind date, yeah.
Is that a joke or...
Well, I was hoping it was funny. We would...
You mean it's
Oh, you
real?
mean? No, I don't know. Yeah, I think I did. I think cleavage is meant to represent, in a sort of Desmond Morris pop sort of anthropology type way. I think I've seen that before, that cleavage represents buttocks, and I imagine, you know, cavemen probably did do it from behind. I don't know what you want to know, Carl, really. It's in a sitcom, it wasn't a documentary.
It looked like one.
Yeah. Brilliantly directed to look like one, I'll give you that.
No, but what you're saying, so blokes like...
Yeah, I think cleavage is represented like buttocks, because obviously buttocks were much more of a sexual organ, evolutionarily speaking. Breasts were to actually bring up, to suckle young, but, and were a sign of sexual maturity, so you're ready to mate. But whereas, Carl, I'm not an anthropologist, mate, I'm struggling here, what do you need to know?
But
yeah, I imagine that the cleavage reminds you of an arse.
Right, well, if it's all about arse, why don't gays like a little bit of tit? No, do you know what I mean?
You done me! So the question put to us today on XFM 104.9, please call me is, if it's all about arse, then why don't gays like a little bit of tit?
I was worried.
If it's all about arse, why don't gays like tit? If it's all about arse, why don't gays like tit? Just call in with your... Thanks very much for tuning in. This is in Children's TV. If it's all about arse, why don't gays like tit?
It's been an hour and 4 before we got round to gays, so it's good to see that.
If it's all about arse, why don't gays like a bit of tit? Is the question. What a brilliant question. Well, if you're an anthropologist or a psychologist, a doctor, a gay, please call in. If it's all about arse, this is the question.
I always say that to you, I'm always looking up stuff. When I was on holiday, even though it was sunny outside and they had big holes to look at if I wanted to, I stayed in and watched Discovery there and was watching stuff about scorpions and that.
Yeah, what did you learn?
Well, nothing, because it was all in Spanish. But I just watched it. What I found out, right? What I found... What I don't understand is with scorpions, right?
Oh man, I love it.
Go
It's
on
like
to the little one. It looks a bit like Gandhi.
yeah, exactly. Computer animated candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that alright?
Yeah. I think that's how he's described in the book. But this is the other thing. I say, oh, then they go, well, Tolkien, J.R.R. Tolkien, he's a genius. You know he created his own language? Whoopee! Carl comes up with a new word every week that he's made up. He's not a genius.
More scintillating chat after this next song.
Right, bit of placebo.
Yeah, love it.
Special needs.